Hello there friends, welcome back to my office. Today we'll be doing our very first list video of the channel, my top 5 winter floral obsessions. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to define an obsession as a perfume that I've worn more than 3 days in a row. There's a project I've been wanting to start and I figured January 1st of 2025 would be a good time to begin, and that is a perfume diary. If you'll take a look inside, I filled out the first couple of days there. You can see a bit of a pattern developing already, can't you? So with that, we will begin our first featured perfume on the list, Rose 01 by Swiss Arabian. Quite the fingerprint magnet, sorry about that. I've only had it in for a few days, and I've worn it every day since it arrived. We don't even need to spray this on a tester, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So this one, Rose 01 by Swiss Arabian, is quite similar, in my opinion, to Delina by Parfums de Marly, the original, not Delina exclusive. I'll put a graph up with the note breakdown of Rose 01 over here and then Delina by Parfums de Marly over here. To me, Rose 01 is a bit more peppery and spicy, and the rose is a little less realistic and fresh. It's had a pretty good lasting power on my skin and on clothes. I mean, that's just been eternal. I have a feeling I'll be picking up whiffs of it on fabric in this office for a little bit after I stop wearing it. For now though, I'm just living in the rose bliss. Usually around day 4 of wearing a fragrance I'm obsessed with, I'll begin to go nose blind to it. But this is just one of my things that I do. I kind of tend to hyperfixate on a fragrance, really want to experience it for a few days. And then I'll eventually move on to something else in the collection. Next on the list is a perfume that was gifted to me for Christmas by my husband. And that is Mincera Roses Vanille. So this is a fragrance that I have been coveting for a while now. I was so happy when my husband got it for me for Christmas. And one thing that I was really surprised by is just how dark the juice is. Like, I don't know how well that's coming up on camera and with this lighting, but I suspect that this was a pretty old bottle that was in their inventory. This was either from Joma Shop or the Canadian one. Anyway, for a little backstory, I first smelled Roses Vanille maybe a year ago when my husband and I were sampling some Manceras. And this was one that he surprised me with because he figured I would like it. And the first time that I smelled Roses Vanille, I was immediately just kind of transported to my childhood, a very happy memory from my childhood. Growing up, I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house, and her yard has quite a few rose bushes. The smell of roses has always been something very comforting and special and just happy and nostalgic to me. But that particular, like, just very moist, sweet, delicate type of rose that I smelled when I sampled it, I was just transported. And that kind of experience, you know, that's priceless. I can't assign any sort of numerical value to that feeling. This particular bottle that I got is a bit deeper, more like almost resinous. The sugary sweetness, it's a bit, I don't know, it almost gives me the vibe of like caramelized sugar compared to that sample that I tried. But then again, my memory could be failing me. It was well over a year ago that I first tried Roses Vanille, so I lost count of how many days I wore this in the days following Christmas. I'm just over here living my rose life. Hell yeah. So pretty. You may be aware by now that I've got some self-proclaimed basic bitch taste, But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Moving on to number 3 of my recent floral obsessions, and that is Mon Guerlain Intense. Mon Guerlain is one of my favorite fragrances. I might even say a signature fragrance of mine. It's a lavender vanilla with that signature Guerlain flavor to it. And the Intense is like the lavender turned up this high and the vanilla turned up this high. Oh, there's Bean, gracing us with her presence. Hello, Bean. But anyway, Mon Guerlain, but richer, more buttery, a little bit sexy, I might even say. Because the original Mon Guerlain is just so like effortlessly feminine and like elegant and put together. It's one of those like, it feels like a mom perfume or a wife perfume. It's just, you know, a lady who's got herself together. But this one is just a little more, I don't know, a little more oomph. I think I'll probably have this one be my winter and fall Mon Guerlain, and I'll have the original EDP be for spring and summer. Okay, I need to hurry up because I'm running out of time. Next on the list is Chanel No. 5 Eau Premiere. This is a flanker to the original Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum. This is a lighter and more modern interpretation of the original. Chanel No. 5 is my everyday after shower, after bath perfume. I usually just do one spray. So it takes me a while to get through one. So when I did run out of my Chanel No. 5, I wanted to try something a little different this time. It's still got the crispy Chanel No. 5 aldehydes and the vibe, but it is less animalic. So overall, just for me, a bit more wearable. If you're afraid of Chanel No. 5, give this one or the La Eau concentration a try. It's just like so effervescent and sparkly clean. Let's look at the notes. We've got aldehydes, lang lang, and neroli at the top. Middle notes of jasmine, tincture of rose. And then base notes, vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. So yeah, give it a try. Do it. Last on the list is a perfume that I guess doesn't really count because I haven't actually worn it for a full day yet, but let me explain. Although I've not yet worn this perfume for a full day, I have taken the cap off and smelled it multiple times a day ever since it arrived. And that is Kim Kardashian Pure Honey. And this one was created by the perfumer Claude Deer. You may have heard of him. This is a white floral, mostly gardenia and honey scent. And it is so lovely, so light, like. And this was a, I'm not sure if it is discontinued, but it can be found very inexpensively. I bought this bottle for around $13, brand new in box. It reminds me of like kind of a lighter version of Elizabeth Taylor Gardenia, if you've smelled that. Like that's a bit of a heavy gardenia scent to me. And this is just more of a wearable gardenia, and the honey is just so good. It's not too sweet. This is not gourmand. You might think, oh, Kim Kardashian, honey, this is going to be a sugar bomb. It's not to me. I think it's floral forward, honey secondary. Because again, happy memories. My grandmother at her house, in the powder room, the hall bathroom, there was always a bottle of Elizabeth Taylor Gardenia. And I went back in the summertime and visited, and sure enough, guess what's still there? Gardenia. And so I smelled it, and it just brought back happy memories. I forgot to spray. Let's spray for good measure. I'll eventually wear this one for a full day, but I'm still enjoying my cozy winter fragrances for now. So yes, Kim K, Pure Honey, Saga approved. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed telling you about these fragrances that I've been obsessing over for the last few weeks. If there are any perfumes that you've found yourself just wearing over and over again lately, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.